Hey, and welcome to ChordWise. This is the menu that you see when you open the app and you go to ChordWise Live, and you see this piano in front of you where you can start playing, start practicing. But first we have to connect to our piano. That's just done by USB, MIDI or Bluetooth. And as you can hear, we're now playing the piano, practicing, I must say, because of course not everything will go very smoothly. And in this short video I will try to show you a couple of things that you can do with ChordWise Live and the possibilities that it has to enable you to become a better piano player. ChordWise Live is the ultimate pianist companion and will be in the future also, so we'll keep working on new features to guide you in your piano playing and make your piano playing better. So let's take a look at a couple of features. I'm playing the piano. You can see that on top of the screen you can read the chords that are being played and as well as the notes that are being touched on the piano keyboard, which can be any keyboard connected through USB, MIDI or Bluetooth low latency MIDI as well. You can use both of those options, and in the screen you can just see what's happening, and often I just have this screen next to me while I'm playing the piano. I'm seeing the chords that I'm playing, or when I'm practicing and trying to get the chords right, then it's very easy to see what you're doing, also what you're doing wrong, because sometimes it's just a little bit off, and then if you know what chord you're playing or what notes you're playing, you might be able to correct yourself sooner and also learn from that as well. So the feature that's being displayed here is that when you play more to the left or to the right of on your keyboard, it extends actually to the keys that you're playing, so it automatically expands to the left or to the right and also snaps back to this display. Also, what you're seeing displayed on the left top of the screen are the notes that you're actually playing as if you were reading the notes from paper. This sometimes is also useful when you are playing notes from sheet paper and you want to see what notes belong where, etc. You can actually see what you're playing there as well. You can actually see what you're playing there as well. So what you also can set up is if you're using sharps or flats to be displayed on the notes on the top left, as well as the first chord that you're seeing displayed. So an A flat, a B flat or an A sharp are both the same chords. They're both being displayed. It's just that if you're playing something where you have sharps, then you can select sharps, so you have the same view of what you're playing. Also, if you want to fix your keyboard at a certain amount of keys, a certain amount of octaves, you can also set that in the menu. So you can say, of course, I want 7 or 6 octaves displayed, or I want the automatic function as we saw before. All right, let's do some practicing. If you click the Start Practice button, you see the practice builder here, and you can select all type of things, type of chords itself, the duration of the countdown, what type of positions you want yourself to be set up for, and from here on out you get your test. So play the chord that you're seeing in the screen, and if you're playing it right, you get a green screen. If you're playing it wrong, you can try again. It will stay active until you have tried, or it will stay active until you have played the right chord. And if it takes too long and you want to skip a chord, you see the tiny skip button at the right appearing after about 5 seconds. And this way you can set up your complete own practice schedule, what chord you want to practice, also what positions you would like to practice them, if you want to have only root positions, if you want to be allowed to play all positions, or for instance everything but the root position is possible. Also, the inversion that you're playing is visible at the screen display. So if you see no superscript number, then it's just the root chord. If you see a 1, it's the first inversion, 2, second inversion, 3, third inversion. Of course, we also got some checks in place. The third position, third inversion is not possible if you don't have a 7 chord, because if there's no 7 chord, there's no third inversion, or at least not in the app. For it's not possible to play third inversion. You just have the bass, the root, and then the first and the second position. So some of these checks are also set up. In this case, we checked positions 1 and 2, so we explicitly told the practice builder not to validate if you are playing a root chord from a root position. So this is a way to practice different settings, inversions of chords. And at the bottom of the practice builder screen, you can also save or load preset conditions for the practice module. And of course, if you just want to see the notes in the chords that you're playing, you can even turn off the keyboard at the bottom, and as well as the notes on the top left. But usually that's kind of boring, so I would just leave it on. Of course, I've got another couple of quite nice ideas for the future for people that are joining the program and wanting to contribute about what features is coming next. If you join and subscribe, then we can add you to the Discord server, and you can discuss with us which of the features are important to you. So think about different types of progressions that we're going to build in, also scales that we could do. We could also do recording and playback, all that kind of stuff, metronome. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video and seen the possibilities of ChordWise. If you have any questions or any feature requests or things you want to share, please send us an email at feedback@chordwise.app. And of course, the main important thing is keep practicing, keep playing piano, just doing what you like, because ultimately practicing is the way to get better, and just keep having fun at it. Bye.